Good afternoon, Capricorn. You are my last video for the week. I don't know how it turned out to be that way, but it just is. But I've been real super busy with my business, my sales, since that's what pays my bills right now. So I really had to focus on that. And I wanted to make sure that I had enough time and energy to give you the time that you needed. I am very dedicated to this channel. This is my soul's purpose. I hope that one day that this will pay the bills. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing it because I know that the universe will pay me because that's how this works. And you know, the universe has been taking care of me. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on your reading. And excuse my dogs in the background. They're kind of being kind of noisy, grooming themselves and making all kinds of noises. So we have the Three of Coins. And basically this card here is all about teamwork. This is about working together as a team. And what I'm getting is that possibly this is your job. This is your workplace. This is people that you have to see every day. And the message that's coming through is that, you know, in order to be a team player, everyone plays their part. So don't... And everyone is just as important as the other one. So don't look at it as there's a certain amount of arrogance coming up in this in this reading. I'm not sure why, but there's a lot of ego-based energy coming up. And so what I'm actually getting with this card is it's a lot of competition maybe. Feeling competitive, feeling like you want to be validated by being the best. You want to make sure that everyone notices you. Because I'm going to skip over to this card real quick. Because we have the Knight of Wands over here, and I got the same energy with this card. And this is that validating card. The one that, the energy that I call look at me, see me, see me. Wanting fame, wanting recognition, wanting your ego boosted. And so what I'm getting with this card, with this teamwork card, is this is competition. So I don't know even if somebody's even involved in like competitive sports or whatever type of hobbies or job that they're trying to be the very best at it. And I'm not taking away from that. There's nothing wrong with that, but that can be a monster that never gets full. It never gets full. And while you're in this type A, I gotta push, I gotta be the best energy, it's very hard on you. It's hard on your heart, it's hard on your body. You're not enjoying life. So the message that's really coming through from Spirit is to really slow down. To clarify that card, we have the music card. Music harmony. And this is that whole working together as a team. And so if you do have people that you are working with right now, maybe you're in the music industry. That message came up through. I came up too. Every part is just as important. So make sure that you know that whatever it is that you bring to the table is something that nobody else can, and vice versa. Everyone has their parts to play, and that is how you get this harmony. So I'm really getting that this is maybe your business and your job, this whole teamwork thing. But in order for it to run smoothly, you're going to have to get your ego out of the way, and you're going to have to kind of quiet it right now as far as not wanting to be so competitive so that you do have this peace and harmony. And this can even be in your home life. A lot of times, and you know, I don't know why, but I'm even kind of getting like a know-it-all type of energy. Just argumentative and maybe, and I understand like whatever it is that you believe that to be true, but just make sure that you aren't trying to impose your beliefs on other people. Just be very, very cautious of that so that you do have this harmony. In order to have this harmony, everyone has to be respected. we have the High Priestess card. And once again, I'm kind of getting an arrogance here, you know, because Capricorn, things come easy for you. I've said this before in other videos that I've made. Things come easy for you. And so you kind of expect it to come easy for everyone else. But it isn't as easy for everyone else as it is for you. You make it look easy. Because you've always manifested good things into your life. You've always been connected and known how to do that. So make sure that you're not in a place where you're judging others or not being able to work on a team with people, because you are a solo artist and you are used to doing things yourself. There's got to be this harmony, because for whatever reason now you're working with other people. And this means really getting judgment out of the way and really understanding that everyone has their own strengths and weaknesses, and you don't have to be the best at everything, and you don't have to do everything if you harmonize and work together as a team. So to clarify that card, I have these art oracle cards, and I love reading the energy of these. Art and science are for confronting mortality. Art and science are for confronting mortality. I can't read today. Postpone death. Preserve it in formaldehyde. Encrust it in diamonds. Talk to your local pharmacist. So what I'm really feeling with that card is that you are really understanding your mortality. You are understanding that you are more than your physical body. You are a divine being having a human experience. And I feel like this is something that you're really in touch with. And you are in that High Priestess energy. But like I said, do make sure you're not trying to impose your views onto others. Everyone's got their own journey. And yours isn't going to look like everyone else's. And I know when I was really receiving a lot of spiritual downloads and information, I couldn't wait to share them with people. And people just weren't as excited as I was. And they rejected them. And that hurt my ego. That hurt my pride. So this is that whole realizing that, you know, your physical body will die. And that then you will return to source energy where you came from. And really the other message that's coming through too is try to stay, you know, the art and science, those are real ego-based professions, because, you know, it involves a lot of thinking and analyzing and proving your theory and being right. So it's really an ego-based energy, which is what I'm really getting in this right here. So it's one thing to be logical, but it's another thing to be closed-minded with it. So do make sure that you're still always learning and growing, and that you're not over-analyzing everything, and that, you know, whatever type of information you're getting, let it come from spirit. Let you feel it instead of just thinking it. So definitely do stop being so critical. We have the Knight of Coins. And the Knight of Coins, once again, he's very strategic. He analyzes. He's very careful. He's very cautious. There's a certain amount of cautiousness in this reading too. And you know what I've been saying about money, and I've literally said it in almost every video this past week, is that the reason why money is called currency is because it's a current. It's an energetic current. It's like electricity. Money is energy, and you can produce money, which is energy, anytime that you want. And it has to flow. A lot of times, and I'm not taking away from saving. I'm not taking away from being frugal. But money has to go out and flow back in order for it to return to you. So the energy that I'm getting with this is some, you know, maybe some stinginess, some financial planning. Do try to loosen up your hold on your money a little bit. And you'll see it return to you even more than what you were planning on it, because you're loosening your grip on it. That message has came up. To clarify that card, we have skeptic, heal thyself. Discipline is both a noun and a verb. When a stranger stares into your soul, do not press charges, stare back. You know, so this is that whole energy I was getting before about people look at you like things are just so easy for you. And they're wondering, you know, what is it? Do you work harder than others? Is it your discipline? Is it your planning? Is it your financial planning? What is it? But people really do look up to you, and people want to be you. And I think I've said this before, Capricorn, that seems to be the theme. But do make sure that you are kind to others and understanding, and, you know, maybe even just a little charitable, just a little, so that you can get a return on your money. And there's really something coming through with the physical body too, with heal thyself. Talk to your local pharmacist. And what I'm getting with that is that whole type A, that whole work. Overworking is just as bad as substance abuse, because it takes its toll on your body. So do definitely slow down. And the way that you can heal yourself is by resting and listening to your body. If it's time to take time off, then do so. Maybe, you know, some natural supplements. Cut back on your alcohol use. If you smoke cigarettes, you know, work on stopping that. And that could be where that discipline is coming in too, as far as like if you have any type of bad habits that you need to quit. But there's definitely something going on with your physical health that you need to look at. And it's probably from all that type A stuff, pushing and working and being competitive, and, you know, slow it down. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, and this has came up before too, but traditionally this is the Twin Flame card. And the reason why is because when you first begin a twin flame journey, you start seeing 1111 everywhere. Well, the Four of Wands is the 1111 card, because see, you've got an 11 here and 11 here. So this is the twin flame card. So once again, I feel very strongly that some of you Capricorns are on a twin flame journey. Now, we all are twin flames. Everyone has a twin flame, everyone. But not everyone has met them. I did make my first twin flame video, which is out, and you can check that out. That's on my channel. I'm going to be doing one of those every week. To clarify that Four of Wands, we have free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. So basically, you've been giving your power away because you have been expecting other people to validate you through fame, through success. If I could just be successful, people will respect me, that type of thing. But, you know, I have always said, and if you watch my videos, that starts with you. You don't need anybody to validate you whatsoever. Stand alone. And do free yourself from any type of these behaviors here. Any type of substance or toxic behaviors, any type of problems that you're dealing with right now, free yourself. This is also the codependency card. And codependency can be the overworking. It can be, like I said, substances. It can be alcohol. It can be a relationship. And a lot of times twin flame connections start off as very, very codependent. I mean, I think 2 to 4 weeks in the beginning, honeymoon period. And after that, all the triggering and all the codependency and all the shit comes up. So definitely do check out my video, and you could possibly be working on codependency right now involving this connection that you have. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And basically with this Wheel of Fortune, whatever is meant to happen is going to happen. And even though you experience more lessons on the way, just know that you're still going to make it to the same destination. And I know I had some, I've had a lot of stress, a lot of worries, a lot of concerns lately. And the other day, I decided I was just going to surrender everything over to the divine. I would like divine selection in all areas of my life. I want the highest possible outcome. And the reason why I did that was because I know that I cannot possibly imagine all of the good things that the universe can bring to me. Because there is no language there is no soul language. The language of the vibration of your soul does not have words, okay? And our soul is connected to the universe, and our soul is what goes and gets things for us. And it's kind of like that TV show, Father Knows Best. Well, your soul knows best. And when we want something so bad that might not be for us, or the way it is now, it's not meant for us, or the way that we see it coming is not good enough for us, then we're limiting the universe. So I said, I want divine selection. Whatever the highest possible outcome is, bring it to me. And so in doing that, I surrendered. But this is that whole Wheel of Fortune where whatever is for you, you're going to have anyway. But do make sure that you ask for divine selection so that it can come to you in the most best possible way. That used to trigger me so much because I knew what I wanted. I wanted it real bad. And, my teacher said, well, it might be something better for you. I don't want something better. I want what I want. But now I've done enough. I've raised my consciousness enough that I'm all right with having the best possible outcome. And to clarify that card, we have the children. And I think that you've had this before, Capricorn. And I have said before that I felt like children were, it says your love life is being affected by children. And I have said before that I feel like there are a lot of you out there that are staying in unhappy marriages, unhappy relationships for the kids. And that is to be commendable. But don't be sacrifice your whole life away. Do make sure that you're honoring yourself. Because that could be where some of these physical problems are coming in from the stress of it. And I'm in no means am I saying abandon your kids. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying always put yourself first, because when you put yourself first, you can be a better parent. You can be a better spouse. You can be a better partner, be a better employee, just a better you all the way around. And we have temperance, and temperance is all about balancing. And this is that whole balancing work and play. And also checking your ego at the door. Once you learn what is from ego and what is from your soul, then you just have to be mindful. Whenever something comes up, always make sure your intention is coming from a pure place. But do definitely take some time off, Capricorn, because I'm really sensing that something's going on with you physically. Got me a little concerned about you. We have the family, healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And we have talked about this before, about different cycles that you've been in. That goes along with this Wheel of Fortune too. And a lot of those patterns you learned from your parents. And so you really need to take a look at that. A lot of us are here to break ancestral patterns and curses and any type of cycles that our families have been stuck in. And so some of us are here to really take a look at that and really see, like I said, if if you had an abusive parent, maybe your father abused your mother, and you've had some issues with this. You could even be on the receiving end of domestic violence because you experienced this and you saw this. That is a pattern. That is an ancestral pattern that you are here to break. We have the Knight of Wands. And I had actually looked up this Knight of Wands, and a lot of cards fell out for you too, by the way, a lot. And this one here, this Six of Swords. And basically, like, the energy that I got from both of those was basically kind of getting by with something. It's a pattern. It's one of those self-sabotaging patterns that I've been talking about. That you have gotten by with something and you feel pretty good about it. And only you know what that is. But that victory is going to be short-lived. And the reason why is because that is going to be your tower moment. That is going to be your moment of clarity, your revelation, your self-discovery, and your epiphany of why you're doing the things that you're doing to self-sabotage. That tower is going to come down. So whatever it is that you did, that you felt like you got away with, and you felt pretty good about it, pretty smug, and I don't know what it is, only you know, that tower is coming down and that clarity is coming in, and you're going to really be able to see why you've been doing those things. And it's necessary. So don't judge it. There are no mistakes as long as you learn from them. And you won't get any judgment from me because I have a problem with rules. So you know I'm always a renegade. So no judgment on my part. The snake indicates enmity and calamities, the degree of which is governed by the distance of the card from the person. Well, I don't really read that second part. So this is that whole, once again, that tower coming down. That codependent energy. And whatever type of physical, like substance problems or whatever that you have going on, whether it's working too much or whatever, is going to kind of contribute to all of this. Like I said, there's just a certain amount of arrogance I got in this too. And maybe that's that whole, self-sabotaging. Gotten away with something. I don't know what it is. I mean, I can't put my finger on it, but like I said, it could be different strokes for different folks. But do definitely look at your childhood and definitely forgive your parents and look at any type of patterns or any type of cycles you've been kind of stuck in, any traits or characteristics you've taken on. But this is your weekly reading. Oh, and I've got one more. Hold on a second. I've been doing these postcard oracle cards, and I forgot to pull one. Let me shuffle the deck real quick. I wish that you could see. And I'm going to pull one of these and read it. I've been doing this for the other signs too. And I've been, already had it pulled normally. And I've been reading it at the end so that it does not influence the reading. So let's see what it says. Dearest you, we are sending you waves of love and joy as we watch you reap the rewards of your tenacity and faith. We know how long it has taken you to reach some of your goals and that you've had disappointments along the way. Right now, we suggest you take a deep breath and fill yourself up with gratitude and tune in to the vibration of well-being. We got that music card. Temporary conditions may be trying to hypnotize you into seeing something else as your reality. But we know that happy rewards are on your way to you even now. Change is the only constant, so be open to it. You will achieve your dreams and more, we promise. But more important, your happy rewards will be gathered up in the small moments, the gentle breezes, the soft kisses, and the quiet commitments. Your happiest moments will be on the journey itself, not in arriving at any destination. You're surrounded by so much love and care. Can you feel this? Wow, that's amazing. Well, this is your weekly reading, Capricorn. If anyone wants a personal reading, I'll put my email in the description. Thank you.